Bob, Pam, and Frank. These three people are experts, and it is up to you to decide what they're experts in. What is something that you might learn about on the Discovery Channel?
Birds.
Birds! They're all experts on birds. Birdie McBird. And they all write books about birds, but they write different styles of books. What styles of books does Bob write?
Romantic.
You write romance novels about birds. And Pam, what style of books does Pam write?
Hunting.
Mystery books. Mystery. And Frank writes books?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi books. Sci-fi bird books. Awesome. Alright, so at this point, I would like to have the panel introduce yourselves and tell us how you got into the world of birds, and then we'll open it up to questions from the audience. So think of some things you'd like to learn about birds. So go ahead.
Hi, my name is Justin Schaefer, and I started learning about birds from fossils because I figured out that dinosaurs were actually birds. Birds are actually dinosaurs, or something like that. And it was fascinating. That's how I met my wife. We were dating.
And my name is Priscilla Ottergon, and I am particularly interested in tasting all kinds of birds. You know that there's a lot of mystery news in things lately, and so that's where I get my jolly.
My name is C.T. Ettering, but most people call me Freddie. And I just got interested in possibilities of what other birds that are, besides the ones that are real, but ones I can make up in my mind, and I do that a lot.
Can't wait to learn more about it. Alright, are there any questions in the audience out there? Anybody have a question you're dying to ask about birds? Yes, sir.
Do any of your panel have any special uses for bird dung?
Good question. Often a waste product. Tell us what you know about birds too.
Oh,
That is something that I have been doing because I believe in recycling. And so all of the recipes that I've been developing, again, as I said, there's a lot of mysteries. But I have been experimenting with lots of different parts of the bird, and that certainly is a recycled object.
that's a perfect question because that's actually how I got to meet my wife. Some fossilized bird dung in South America, and it turned out to be an aphrodisiac. She never literally even thought about dating me, but at that point, she was stuck.
Well, I don't use a lot of bird dung in the sci-fi industry, but I do want to compliment you guys, and I'll please take this compliment the right way. I've read both your books, and I am just completely amazed on how boring they are.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
That's the best review I've ever had.
Panel hostility. Alright, another question from the audience. Who's got one? Yes, ma'am.
Why do birds migrate?
Why do birds migrate?
Well, that's certainly not a romantic question. Because that would mean that maybe these birds aren't being, sticking with each other. So all birds are flock together type of thing. But I would say birds migrate. I really don't know, but
I'll tell you what I'm going to do here, if you don't mind a second.
okay.
I know about migration, and actually I compare it to my two-way slide. Then right now.
And of course, migration, there's all kinds of migration going on all the time with birds, and the different seasons bring different birds, and so we have different tastes and recipes. That is something that I've been aware of.
Yeah, you know, man, recipes are fun.
We have time for one more question. Who's got one? Yes, right up front here.
Have you ever thought about building your creation?
Have you ever thought about building your creation? Your preferred.
Okay.
Yeah, can we ask the audience that question? What kind of creation are you thinking? Like another book?
Yeah.
It's exactly another book.
You know, actually, I think it's a terribly fair question. Because you should see my garage. I got this like weird pterodactyl thing going around. And I'm using a weed whacker motor. I hope that answers your question.
I'm always creating because obviously with recipes you need to get the perfect recipe. You need to do a lot of experimentation.
And I've been into experimentation